So we're on our way to pick up Chris Hahn from LAX. He's coming into town for a few days. He's going to be here Wednesday through Saturday. We're going to go over a bunch of projects and stuff we're working on, go over the going cars to get them corrected. And he just wanted to kind of visit the shop and wanted to go through his old stomping grounds, go visit his old shop here off of Olympic. And the guy's got a lot of history in LA. He built cars for a lot of people out here. He made a real presence back in the 80s. So he just wants to kind of circle back and, drive around and go over a bunch of stuff that he did back in the day with me, which is amazing. I'm really looking forward to that. And, he's very influential in the Mercedes tuner world. And to see what he did, where he did it, and how he did it here in LA is even more amazing for me, since this is my stomping grounds here. So stay tuned, this is going to be pretty fun. Chris Hahn was one of the original coach builders that specialized in building these wild, flamboyant Mercedes SEC Gullwings. He was the only one in his industry that was taking these unbelievable cars and creating them into something completely wild. He created the SGS Gullwing. He made 57 examples of these vehicles, which put him on the face of the map. And there was no other coach builder doing these to these vehicles. What he did in the early 80s basically set the pace for all the other tuners to follow when it came to these flamboyant designs. He also converted these convertible cars. He made limousines, he made stretched vehicles, and he recreated these vehicles into legends. What makes him so special is that he is still an active company. He's one of the oldest coach builders and tuners that are still around, creating these unicorn vehicles for the world to enjoy. So the next day after he was well rested, I picked him up from the hotel. We came down to the shop. There's your desk.
Okay.
You're hired.
Okay, when you drop.
Oh, this is nice.
He brought us some gifts, some calendars and some memorabilia from SGS so we can have.
This is gorgeous. There was one calendar, I think maybe it was this one with the silver cut. This is the city. This is Thing's car now.
Ralph's car.
Yeah.
We just wait past the German.
That's gorgeous.
Protest.
Wow, that is beautiful. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, that's good, man.
That's a.
This is the dampener. Okay. Yeah, we'll try it and see how it works.
If you have others, you can take.
Adjust it and.
Yeah.
So this one, does it matter if it's towards the door or towards the body, or it goes a certain way?
Regularly should have this area on down, you know.
Like this.
Yeah.
Because this one is down and one is up.
Yes. The hydraulic.
They're kind of, oh, so it compensates for it.
Yeah. Some are remade this way, but originally you should
This
keep
way.
this one down.
Yeah.
But we like to keep it up.
Nice. Okay. So let me show you around.
Yes.
It was a pleasure to give him a tour, show him what we're doing in our day-to-day operations, and he got a chance to see some of the cars that he built back in the 80s, of which are in the CMS collection. After touring the shop and going through some of the SGS pieces that I own, our major thing was for him to take a look at the Gullwings that we have in our collection. So we thoroughly went through the goings. There was many questions I had for him that were pretty much period correct questions when it came to parts and the way things are supposed to be on the car. Because our going is on the restoration, him being here on site and explaining to us how everything works, we're really lucky to have him here and for having him show us how everything was working back then. This is the one we're totally redoing everything on it. I'm redoing all this wiring. We're gonna change this. I'm gonna put all the new wires here. So this is the shocks it came with. Do you see how much pressure it creates? So what happens is it starts to crack here because of the pressure.
Okay.
So what we did was we reinforced it so when you close the door it doesn't put too much pressure, but these are way too strong. It shouldn't pop up like
the other
that.
ones are stronger.
Yeah.
Very early car.
And that's a 85 hydraulic door.
Yes. Now we build more this style,
Like that.
like that
So
style.
that's the one that
With
has
that
the shorter
hinges.
glass.
Yes.
It's got a custom glass
Yes,
in it.
yes.
This is, I think, original. This takes the original glass because it slides in between here.
Yeah, but it's not original glass. Also special glass.
Oh, on this one's too?
Yes.
It was truly a big deal to have him here at the shop because during the restoration of these pieces, it's quite special and different when you have the actual builder of the car showing you all the little secrets and the ins and outs. Him being here at the shop, walking around and chatting with him in regards to these SGS cars was truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me.
And this is our classic, our style.
Yeah, this is an 85 and I think this was for the hydraulic.
Yeah, you had to push it, keep it pushing.
Oh, for it to open.
To close. And to open, you only pull the door handle and then it opens.
Was it with a micro switch and you just push it and it automatically opens?
Automatically opens.
Yeah.
And to close, we have this one and the red button inside.
You're right.
Because it's security. Because if anything happened, somebody has his hands here or whatever, you release it and it stops right away. And today it changed because today it changed directly and is no pressure anymore, and then you can open the door at any time manually.
Yeah.
You can operate the door anywhere manually at any time. Here it has a bypass
Right.
to open manually.
Right. And this one has a big pump in the back.
Yes, a big pump for both doors.
Yeah.
Today we have it each door
Individual.
one pump, and it's only that
A
little.
small one. I mean, back then that was the technology.
Yes.
You know? So one of the things that Chris really wanted to do was to revisit the dealership which he started in Los Angeles, and I thought it would be quite special to take a trip there with the car that he sold from that showroom back in 1985. He vividly remembered the car, he remembered who he sold it to, being that it was a Beverly Hills resident, and the stories that we were discussing when we were on premises was incredible. The celebrities, the people, the important, socialites and all these people of stature that used to come through those doors to buy these cars is just completely incredible. Well, brings back memories.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And
was
it's
this
really-
car in the showroom?
That car used to be in the showroom. Yeah.
Wow, that's so awesome. After we visited the dealership and we spent some time there, we decided to take a trip down to a local car night, which is something that we regularly do every Friday night. And it's a wonderful gathering of people, and it's a diverse crowd with all types of vehicles, from European, Japanese, American muscle, and everything else in between. I reached out to the Mercedes community that Chris Hahn is actually going to be visiting Los Angeles. We got together a good group of people here at Bob's Big Boy that wanted to actually meet him. He felt really good that there is still a following out there that really respects and loves what he created back in the early 80s. Yeah, this is his car. You did a manual swap on it. So overall, the visit of Chris Hahn here was an absolute pleasure. He's always welcome here at CMS, and we would love to have Chris Hahn visit us anytime. That's a nice car, the 210 E55. It's a gorgeous car. Bulletproof car.